None of that audio was being sent over. Wow.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Play the music. Play the music.
Let's do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
What's going on? Welcome to John Boy and Jake Radio, episode number 2001 minus 1800. PGA Golf comes back. Taiwan had a walk-off home run in their baseball league. A projectile pooper pled guilty, and Jay Glazer had a big report. Welcome to John Boy and Jake Radio, everybody. It is a fine Thursday morning, and I didn't turn the sound on the first time. So we did the intro and the music and the intro 2 times. Do you think I was better the second or the first?
Dry run. No comment. No comment.
I think they're both equally 7 out of 10s.
The first one was spaced out a little better, but the second one, I think your verbiage was a little better, so it's tough.
Okay. BBD?
Yeah, I'd say you had a strong open close the second time around, and the verbiage was better. But the middle part in the first one was funnier.
Damn. That's why I didn't want to say it, because I knew you'd start thinking about it, and now...
No, I knew. I messed up on some words. And I also said episode 2001, which is just... Then I had to act like I was doing
We're
the math
fine with
thing.
that now, yeah.
Did I do the math right? Minus 1800 or something like that?
No idea. Can't believe you reopened with math. I mean, that's unreal.
It's tough reopening. That's what happens when you forget to send the audio over.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about our mornings. I said I'm doing well, having fun. Second cup of coffee, halfway done. And then I said Jake's hair looks good. He told me I was lying. I think I was more being facetious than lying. But
it's facetious for sure.
Yeah. Your hair looks different than I've ever seen.
That we're like, oh, wow, Jim's being nice today. And it's like, oh, well, I want them to know.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. Your hair looks like a way someone would do it. Like there's a guy out there that would do his hair like that. But I'm thinking of a specific guy in my head, but I don't want to out him. But I'm glad you don't do your hair like that. Right?
Let's hear it.
No.
I needed to compare it to.
No.
I don't know. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
You don't know him, so.
Okay, cool.
How are you?
Sounds like you hate that guy if you won't say their name, which makes me feel even worse about the hair, man.
No, I don't hate him. I just think his hair's bad, and it's not someone that I can publicly say that about.
Oh, my God, his hair's bad?
Yeah, we've been over this. Your hair looks weird right now.
Oh, my God. Oh, this is tough. Walked into a roast.
Now your hair looks even weirder because you pressed it up. Now you look like Bert and Ernie's hair.
Damn. This is tough.
Yeah. Happy Thursday.
Bruised and broken over here, man. That's how we're doing it? Tough. I'm giving you kudos. You got a new coffee wake up segment you're doing. A little it's giving me El Prez vibes, and I'm proud of you. And then you're doing your baseball reference.
You're proud of me
now, and you're just coming at my hair.
You're proud of me for doing a little 5-minute morning show where I give the weather in Indiana?
Yeah. It's nice. It's you.
It's nice. I'm going to keep doing it. I haven't looked at the returns yet, but I'll probably keep doing it. Just like 5 minutes in the morning while I drink my coffee. Do you know you got a big compliment yesterday from Pam Terenzi, who's an all-time fan and listener? Did you see that?
I get this. Oh my God, you're going here now? It's kind of a compliment and kind of a slap in the face. Pam didn't know my range, man.
I didn't realize that you were being a different person yesterday. I guess you were.
Yeah.
Oh, BBD. You got your sweatshirt? You son of a bitch.
Came in yesterday.
Sandbagger.
And the long sleeve both came in.
Hold on. Okay.
Big time sandbagger.
That's crazy. I haven't got mine yet. Pissing me off.
Probably coming today if you ordered it the same day I did.
Can you stand up so your chest is in the middle of your camera? Okay. All right.
Drop the
Wait.
pants.
Stay
too.
still right there. Okay. Look at this. This is our new sweatshirt that BBD's rocking. I want that, man. The fuck. All right. Thank you.
Coming,
BBD.
baby.
Yeah.
Mom liked it a lot, so Mother's
Well,
Day present.
Oh, nice. Our
Huge.
store, we used to ship with DHL or FedEx, but they're all closed, so you can only do United States Postal Service. So it's a little longer than usual.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, nice sweatshirt. And Pam was giving you a nice compliment. I didn't realize you were a nonchalant version of yourself yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. Pam kind of, like you said, long-time listener and has been very nice to us, but kind of a shot fired at my range. There's a lot of people. I think it's funny because a lot of people like to compare you and I to either Big Cat and PFT or other kind of like two-man combos. And I think it's funny. Some people think I'm the crazy guy and you're the straight man. Some people say I'm the straight man and you're the crazy guy. And I think it just shows, depends when you're watching and what you're watching.
Yeah, I'd say we trade that off pretty. You're a performer. I'm not a performer, which I say that as a biggest compliment, though. There's no. I don't want you to act like that wasn't.
We're performers in different ways, my friend.
You're an entertainer, though. You're an NBE, a natural born entertainer.
You are too, man. Look what you're doing.
I like the Mark Maron vibe, where like you go to a Mark Maron show and he just sits on a stool and talks quietly.
Right, and that's entertainment.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking yeah. Well, I realized how to go live on Periscope via Wirecast.
No way.
Yeah. So that's why I did that morning show. I'm like, well, and baseball, dude, I had so much fun doing baseball reference stuff last night.
I know it.
The only reason I could do it is because Katie wasn't feeling well. So I was like, well, sit on the couch. I'm out of shows. I'm straight out of shows. Sit on the couch and do nothing or make a live stream. So I did the live stream. Did you see that? Did you see those names I ran into on that like one random ass game? Cuckoo, Bubbles were the 1-2 batters. It was Cuckoo leading off and Bubbles batting second.
Run it.
That's fucking crazy. Did you hear why Bubbles got his nickname?
No.
Because he had a stutter. Baseball. And then they were like, oh, Bubbles. And they called him Bubbles.
A lot of nicknames were rooted.
Yeah. And then I came across another guy in the same game. His name was Pie. So I was like, fuck, why is his nickname Pie? And it's because at the local grocery store, he always asked for pie. So the clerk called him Pie Face, and that stuck.
That's life. Pre-pods, pre-tube.
Yeah. So it was good. It's a good baseball reference session. I mean, you get lost, man. You get lost. All I was trying to do was find the best Ethan to ever play.
And?
Ethan Allen. There's only been 3. Which I thought was kind of nuts. I didn't know that.
Furniture store.
Yeah. I didn't know that they were so ill represented. Brutal. Anyway, how was your rest of yesterday? How was your commute home? How was your dinner?
Rest of yesterday was good. We had a healthy dinner, some greens and some chicky. Wednesday night's TV night. Wednesday night is
Masked Singer?
Masked Singer, which was a total dud, just like every other episode. And then we watched, there was a new Pretty Little House on Fires or whatever.
Yep,
and
little fires everywhere.
That's getting a lot going on.
Is it getting too convoluted?
Not really. I mean, I get why people like it. Again, it's just kind of not my cup of tea. But yeah, a lot going on. I mean, every other shot is what's the actress's name? Kerry Washington?
Reese Witherspoon?
Well, no, Reese. Well, who's the other actor?
I don't know. I can look it up real quick, but I haven't seen that show.
Kerry Washington. You know her from a lot of things, but I think like every scene she's in, they just do a close up on her face, and she does like intense actor face twitches.
Mm.
And that's pretty intense. And then
Do you
we
like
jumped
it
over
or
to
not
Dave.
like it?
I mean,
Ooh,
the show's just not for me. I think you would hate the face twitches production wise because they go to it. If they went to it a couple times, you'd be like, wow, she's a good actress. But they go to it, it's almost their bread and butter. It's like every scene.
Yeah. She's from Django. Don't tell me too much about Dave, please.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
You said you are out of shows, man.
You'll like it.
Yeah. I'm out of like binging shows. I didn't watch The Challenge nor Dave yesterday because we had a long day and I didn't want to.
Wow.
I like those shows, so.
Wow.
I got to watch them. Well, I knew that I was going to sit by my computer today, and those are good side shows while I work.
Yeah, Dave was good because they got back to using the main characters again. Along with introducing a pretty ridiculous character. Solid ep, and I think that's where I'm at. How's your evening?
I had to make the steaks. It's a meal Katie usually makes, but she was as worn down as you and I were the day before.
Yeah.
So I was in charge of cooking the steaks and the mushroom. She does a good job. I never cooked them on the stovetop like that, so I didn't think I know I messed it up, and she was being nice. I overcooked them, which was a bummer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a total bummer. And then she was feeling real out of it, so I came in here and I went on Baseball Reference. Had some fun. Not bad. Anything else? Oh, BBD put my yearbook question in here, which I think the group chat poo-pooed, but I think is.
You got an answer and you poo-pooed the answer. That was we came up with a group answer and you shot us down instantly.
It's way wrong.
What were we supposed to do after that?
So I've come to the realization that yearbooks are crucial to crime investigations.
Go on.
Like anytime, it's just a directory of where kids were when and what ages. And then you got friend groups as well and all the other pictures. Like any crime show, they're always like, oh, look who's next to him in the yearbook. So I think yearbooks, I think a copy of every yearbook gets sent to the police department and they just have them all on file to track down what kids were living where, what teachers were there. It's like a time and place. I think that's why some crazy parents omit their kids from getting their pictures taken in the yearbook. They're like, we don't want a record of where you are all the time.
What's your scale of real and facetiousness on this?
Like 100% real.
Oh.
I think yearbooks are used in
store that many. I don't think they can store that many yearbooks at the police station. I think they don't have room for that. They got a lot of stuff going on. I think you just go to the school or something if you need it.
Yeah. That part wasn't 100%. But the fact that I think
you can solve a lot of crimes before you get to the yearbook. Like I think you're thinking of the creme de la creme crimes. You're thinking of like looking back at an old Kennedy murder 30 years later, and it's like, but wait, how did they know each other? I'm
even thinking about like at Pomperog when that kid did donuts on the soccer field and then ruined the soccer field. They probably were like, who? And then they pointed him in the yearbook. Here's his photo. That's like a mugshot for high schoolers. We have his picture on file.
I mean, anytime they need a picture for a high school kid, that is a location for a high school.
That's
kid.
what I'm saying.
Anything that's done at any crime done at a high school, but I think that's an oddly low amount of crimes.
Yeah,
because otherwise, if that kid's involved, you probably just show them a picture from their parents' house that they have of them, which maybe is in the yearbook, but it's probably the picture from the yearbook that they have separately. So does that count? I don't know.
Yeah, but you also got to think you just like, hey, who did he run with in high school? And then they go to the yearbook and find that shit. Or like, they go find that kid who's the suspect's yearbook and look at all the signatures and all the writings in it. I think they get used a lot.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a win from here. I think I think you're really focusing on major high school crimes, which are
even petty ones.
A lot lower number than we think. I don't know. BBD?
Well, I don't know, man. There's arrests at high schools every year, I think.
Sure. And there's arrests all over the rest of the world.
Yeah. But if there's one arrest at a high school a year, odds they might use the yearbook during that are high. I think I got it at Katie and I had it at 50%.
You think 50% of every crime they're using a yearbook?
No, 50% of yearbooks are used in crime. If we think about our 2007 Pomperaug High yearbook, has that been used to solve a crime? Probably.
So that's a different question.
Not solved, but used. That was the question posed. What percentage of yearbooks do you think have been opened by?
What the question posed was
how many percentage of yearbooks have been opened by detectives or policemen and pointed a picture or pointed something? If I go
every yearbook from every high school, do middle school yearbooks count, or is it just high school?
No, middle school is too long.
Okay, see, now we're getting into some loopholes here. Elementary school.
I didn't even, just high school yearbooks.
So strictly high school yearbooks. How many of them have been used for some? Do they have to be arrested?
No. Just by detectives or cops to piece something together
anything.
Or point out a face. Yeah, at some point they were like, here's this kid and here's this kid. So Katie and I had it around 50% of yearbooks used. So I have 4.
I have it a lot higher then.
So I was being conservative with 50 because you were being kind of poo-pooing it. But Katie and I settled.
Oh, you were talking about for percentage of crimes, how often did they have to reference a yearbook?
It's not my fault that you read the question wrong.
Right. And we clarified it, and now we're here, and now your number's very low.
So that's why when Greg said 8%, I was like, Jesus Christ. You guys
I think he was on the percentage of crimes things, and I think he was trying to come in high.
No, percentage of yearbooks was the question posed, which I think is high.
I think the thought might have also been like criminal investigations being used, not just police officers, detectives looking at it.
I think yearbooks are a big tool for police officers.
I would agree with that.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think if you ask a police officer, they would not say a big tool for them is yearbooks.
Yeah.
Big tool is not the right
tool
phrasing, but
a go-to. If they're let's get the yearbook, that's not crazy.
For high school crimes, yearbooks are good.
Yeah. So,
and that's it.
So the percentage is high of how many percentage of yearbooks used in a thing. Because there's probably one arrest at every high school a year, minimum.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Pomperaug had 4 a year.
And people who recently graduated high school,
yeah, they go to college and where did he go to high school? Well, here's his yearbook. It's a tool.
Kid from my graduating class, I believe, is still in prison for selling drugs or something. I don't really know. I didn't really know the guy, but I'm sure when that happened, when he was 20, they were like, "Well, what was he doing in high school?" Look back. At some point, that conversation happened.
I thought the question was fascinating of how many crimes are helped solved using yearbooks. High school yearbook crime doesn't do much for me.
Well, you didn't like the other one either. You've poo-pooed this from start to finish.
Well, no, because I thought when you shot down 8% of all crimes being used to solve.
I didn't shoot that down. I never interpreted my own.
That's what it was to me, James.
I know, but don't pin that on me.
That's what I'm saying. And then I'm clarifying. You won't let me clarify. This tough start. Everyone's feeling it.
To be fair, I think part of the issue with that 8% guess was also my question about how long until I'm legally a virgin again.
Yeah.
And then he answered
a lot of 8 talks.
A lot of 8 talks. Yes. Anything else in the banter section?
Banter section.
Are there any viral videos we got to watch, BBD?
I hadn't grabbed anything besides stuff in sports, but
birthdays. Shoulders really jacked up. Shoulder, neck, back area.
Oh yeah.
Send in your old man solutions because it's getting ugly over here.
So I saw Leslie Jordan on Instagram with a back scratcher, and I got insanely jealous. And I told Katie, I need to get myself a back scratcher. As a kid, I always liked having one around, or like the yardstick worked. But is it like embarrassing? Like, should I feel shame asking for a back scratcher? Because I feel like society wants me to feel shame for requesting a back scratcher. But also, like, why aren't those openly admitted that they're awesome? Like, everyone gets itches they can't scratch. I feel like there's a stigma on back scratchers that should not exist.
There's definitely a gross connotation that comes with back scratchers, and I think the problem is, and hey, look at everything that's going on in the world and germaphobes, non-germaphobes. The second that back scratcher touches actual skin, it's dead to the rest of society.
That's fair. I just want a personal one.
But everyone, when they see the back scratcher, they assume that, 1 or 2 times you had a really good one, you went down the shirt and you really hit it, and that's game over for everyone.
Yeah, because I don't want to use it above my shirt. That I might as well just use the wall. So, like, I just want a personal back scratcher from my back.
Oh yeah, second it touches skin, it's out for a lot of people.
But I think it's fine to have a personal one that I won't share with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, but people would expect it like a toiletry device. Like, they'd expect that you keep it in a private area of your bedroom or your bathroom. And I think often back scratchers are kept at a desk or something like that.
I think, okay, if you're at an office space and in public, then you can't go under the back scratchies, under the shirt scratchies.
Right, but then you can't even have the device with you out in public or the office.
That's true. Okay, but it's in your own home. I think the stigma should be all off.
I just think it almost has to be treated like a toiletry at that point.
Yeah. Luke in the chat is saying, who shares a back scratcher? That's the weird part. So yeah, I think you just need a personal back scratcher. It doesn't get shared. And no stigma. I gotta get myself one.
You can have one. If it was like behind you in the shot right now, yeah, I think a lot of people would struggle with that.
Yeah, we got to erase that, man.
Go to war.
I had to get one first and see if I really do actually like it.
Right.
And I don't think you can have like...
ad.
Is there a back scratcher company out there? Send one my way. Is there like a baseball bat back scratcher? Like, it's got a baseball bat handle.
Baseball bat handle? Dude, don't be sharing that over the internet.
Okay. That's a good
genius.
Call. That is, yeah. You're right. All right, let's move on to the sports.
James, we're starting to see signs of life from your Rakuten Monkeys. They walk off big game. The fake fans make the whole thing look pretty spooky afterwards. Had to be a weird feeling. Kind of want to see that interview. And your PGA Tour is starting to eye a comeback. They're looking at the Colonial June 11th through the 14th. No fans, and that's kind of been anticipated throughout. Interesting to see them throw that on the map, and they rescheduled a lot of stuff. So PGA Tour is planning on going ahead with their action. Jay Glazer said he was going to drop a nuke, the story of all stories. And then when he announced it, I think what he just said is like the first case of coronavirus in the NFL officially announced, and it's like, dude, like, other people have totally gotten it by this point. We kind of don't care. Browns, there's a lot of Browns jersey debate. That's when the sports world is really doing its thing. And I think more importantly, we're sneaking up on MJ's Last Dance documentary that should kind of take down the world this weekend.
That's the sports. Hey, what's this Browns jerseys thing? Just says Browns new old jerseys. BBD, I need you to put links in the sports section as well, because I never know what you're talking about and I can't find it. Like,
I'll grab it.
Browns. There's there's some debate of people saying that the Browns kind of have a classic jersey.
I would
Which
say
I
that they
think
do.
Which, yeah, I think they definitely have an argument for that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of the jersey thing going around the NFL right now, and hey, it's what people are looking to talk about. I mean, for me, it's kind of the standard, find five things different in this picture. But I don't know. The Browns do have a good uni.
So these are the new ones we're looking at?
Fire.
I mean, I like the Browns uniforms, and I couldn't tell you what's different about the old ones than these. More stripes on the legs, maybe. I actually don't like the white pants with the stripes down the side that much, but I also don't care that much. That looks like the Dolphins to me. Not the Dolphins.
What's your favorite out of those four?
The two middle ones, and they're even, just home and away.
Okay. Yeah, I think I brown top, white pants.
Yeah, the more I look at the white and white, it looks like a German lederhosen situation. So
really.
Well, that's kind of what the problem is here. Is that these just like are the old jerseys?
But that's fine, right? Why? I mean,
they're like announcing like, "Ooh, new jerseys," and there's like actually no difference.
Okay,
I feel like NFL's trying to create jersey snobs, like almost similar, I don't know, to kind of the sneaker world where people get really specific. And I think there's a couple, but there's not like a community. Like if you roll up wearing a different Brown jersey from 2017, 14, 03, and one of your Browns fans' friends gets snobby on you, or, oh, you're wearing the 17, like that's not cool. Like jersey swag, that's like you suck.
Yeah, I agree with you. I also think there's this weird thing going on where tweaks are allowed on jerseys. Like you're allowed to tweak a jersey and not make a brand new jersey, but these teams keep putting the language of their announcement as like new jerseys.
Yeah.
And then people get mad at them. Those aren't new. You just tweak some things. Like tweaks are allowed, but they're presenting it as if. I like them. I got no qualms with that.
I mean, I guess there is, and instead of jersey snobs, there's people that really like to get like this year's jersey or something like that.
Oh yeah, collectors.
And when they tweak something like that, if they announced it as we're tweaking the jerseys, like people would freak out. They'll be like, "Oh, I brought my Baker Mayfield jersey, and now you tweak something, and it's not the jersey he wears on game day. How am I supposed to watch the game?"
Oh yeah, but see, okay, but I also kind of love like, oh no, like when you like, there's an expert out there. It's like, no, that's the 2006. But you can tell because the brown stripe is a little wider, like that.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I like that. Like that, someone can be out there. It's how they do it with military uniforms. Whenever you post a random military flag or uniform, the historians are like, no, you see how the star is actually turned to the 50th degree. That's actually from 1944, not 43. It's like I like that shit exists.
The expert is kind of fun, but the collector is screwed any way you kind of slice it.
Yeah.
And I think it's
the reason collectors
also
exist.
Like there's a common person thing here where if if say it's your kid and you're only going to get them one jersey and you're begging that Baker Mayfield stays on the Browns for the next 5 years because you're not buying your kid another jersey because they're pretty fucking expensive. And then you tweak something like that. That's a shot to the dick.
Yes, I was going to say the collector's parent probably the most annoyed by this. I got to spend another $100.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But those jerseys are fine. I like the Browns jerseys, and I like the new ones.
Go Browns.
We have this home run here.
Yeah.
Did you watch this? So I don't know what everyone was saying about this, but I thought the fake crowd noise played well. Like I can see like, oh, that was cool. That didn't weird me out that much. And this shot to the fans is kind of so tongue-in-cheek that it made me laugh. Like they're having fun with it. So I actually was a fan of everything in this video. It's awesome.
Yeah. I would love to get some of the players' reactions because I mean it's got to be weird rounding the bases on a walk off and not seeing any of your fans do anything. Like you just see those like 6 cheerleaders that they're allowing in the games over there. But yeah, the crowd noise and it's a good thing they're doing it over there because we on Talking Baseball, I think Plouffe said it first, but we were all in agreement immediately. Sound noise. Whenever baseball, basketball is going to be interesting how they do it, but especially baseball. Yeah, they're going to need crowd guys, and it's are they going to have someone emceeing it? Is it a sound? Is it a crowd DJ? Like what is that title? But you kind of need it.
Yeah, no, Plouffe said like you're gonna need it. Like guys aren't gonna be able to play and actually like take it to the level of seriousness. Not that they won't be able to, but it will just be so much easier. You need the atmosphere. You need to build some sort of
It'll be
atmosphere.
cool if the Arizona League happens and say that's going to be. Well, I was thinking about the complexes with fields close together. Just blaring crowd noise, but it'll be funny if they have like 10 people that have to be crowd noise DJs, and there's like 2 of them that are just awesome, and you're watching the game, and you're like, yeah, like they throw a ball, and you hear the like, what the fuck? Like they need a ball sound noise for just. They need, obviously a strikeout noise. They need a disagree strike noise. And it could become an art form. And it sounds like a weird book that you would read 10 years from now.
Yeah. I mean, it's the laugh box. Like I was telling you guys about that. The dude who like plays the ha 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 guy and the he guy for sitcoms. It was a guy that sat in the wings of the stage and had an accordion filled with laughs. It's awesome. The PGA announces that it's going to be back in June, which at first I was like, why would they even announce that? Why not just wait to see? But then golf, you can play golf while social distancing so easily. And especially if they're not going to have a crowd there. I mean, almost like really easy, right? It's stay 6 feet apart.
The biggest things are, I mean, some of the travel restrictions. What do those look like? And then it's, because, I mean, you still have to have a lot of people on site. So, like, what are you considering a gathering? And it's just the planning of it and getting players there and getting the people that need to be there and doing it all safely. But, yeah, I mean, golf, around the country, golf has been kind of open and kind of a escape. It's probably the thing I'm most jealous about of being in the city. Because I've got a lot of buddies that, like, every day they're just heading out onto the course when their day's done or at the start of their day. And it's like, yeah, I would be doing that right now if Central Park was a golf course. So
have there ever been plans to put exciting like a executive course in Central Park? I wonder.
Probably. I feel like one area I used to walk by had a little, what looked like at one point it could be a par 3.
Oh, there are golf courses in Central Park.
If they do that, yeah. It was closed off by the time I had moved here, and now I think they have like the hospital tents in that area.
Oh, there was a plan in 2017 to do it. That'd be interesting.
They've definitely done like a par 3 fun shot or something over there because I saw what looked very clearly like a mini golf hole over there before. But yeah, no, and it's good, and it's like you're saying, if there's a sport that you could find minimum details that need to be figured out via Corona, it's the golf.
Social, yeah. So that's exciting for
them.
And
no, it's gonna suck, and we'll get in front of this early, so maybe some people can turn down the suck knob. But like, there's going to be so many little things that happen. Like, I'm trying to think. Maybe, well, caddies and golfers are going to be doing stuff together, and dumb people are going to probably be freaking out about that. But yeah, there's going to be like handshakes or something that happens, or a pat on the back. And I feel like the bad people of the internet are going to have a time with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe not though. That's still 2 months away basically.
Oh yeah. People are having a bad time forever. Some people are going to be scared for like 4 years, you know? You have people saying like, this is never leave our lives ever. And like 4 years from now, you know, it's like when they found that Japanese soldier in a cave in like the 70s who had been living alone since World War II because he was, or Vietnam was it? I don't know. But he was hunkered down because he was so scared. And he came out and they're like, hey, we're friends now. You know, everything's good.
We're good.
You're going to get some people, bunkers and shit. The next story is Jay Glazer's report, which I actually have a lot to say on this whole thing because...
Say it, baby.
So Jay Glazer made a big deal that he was going to report this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like he was like
a 24-hour warning, like, hold on to your dicks. It's happening. Yeah.
And then his report was that the first active NFL player tests positive for coronavirus. So, reporters are in too deep in the weeds. And I remember I got dragged in. Someone tried to drag me into the weeds or tried to like push me into the weeds when Yankees MLB minor leaguer tested positive. I got a phone call and some text was like, you can break this, be the first one, you know, this is huge. And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you at all. I don't, that's like, I don't care about being the first to break news. And
yeah,
that's not a big story. Like everyone's going to get it. But you see, man, with Jay Glazer and with Heyman saying, you know, on the death of Hank Steinbrenner, saying credit to Joel Sherman, he had the passing of Hank first. Like reporters are in too deep.
Yeah.
With making their own society of reporters. And I don't think all of them are, but like we're getting a lot of weird insights into the brain of these people to hype this report up and get people excited. Like to say, be prepared, I am doing something big is to hype it up. So, and then in turn, you're hyping up something terrible. You know what I mean? And also not news.
Yeah, I think the phrase you had there is just in too deep, because I think a lot of these people at this point are used to the system and links and clicks and everything. And these reporters, like you said, and we've talked about it with our news stories and even our sports stories, which most of them have been bigger stories because everything else is about Corona, is that these people are just in too deep and they normally are reporting stuff. And now they're kind of not. And they're looking for clicks and retweets and likes. And so when this comes into Jay Glazer's lap, like, what's he thinking? He's thinking like, the Rudy Gobert thing was so big in the NBA. The NFL doesn't have a face of COVID-19 yet. And yeah, it being off the deep end, to say I'm dropping big news in 24 hours and it's a guy got corona, just a huge miss and being lost on the sauce.
Just weird. It's like weird.
And they've been like doing a normal off season. So people, like, there were a bunch of Odell Beckham trade rumors going around. It's like, well, that would fit the billing of something Jay Glazer would be able to report. That would be big news. At the same time, I guess in hindsight, like, if he's going to sit on this for 12, 24 hours, it can't be that big, because then just like Schefter or Rappaport would have tweeted it, because they're smart and would just tweet it when they have enough information to say it's real.
Oh, yeah. Like the fact that no one...
So I guess I don't know what I thought it was going to be. But
Jay, like other people knew this, right? And they just didn't care. Because if someone wanted to step on his toes and be like, Jay's probably going to report this, they could have, but no one cared.
Well, I think the other thing that BBD is saying is something is so important enough to break it, you just break it. You would never sit on it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. The whole thing is rather weird.
And he like also had he came out and was like, it is a huge story and it's not transactional. It's like, oh, is NFL about to say they're delaying the start of the season or whatever? Because that would be a big deal to announce that right now when everything's been, they're not going to do that.
In too deep.
And
Some 41 story.
Stupid.
Yeah. The Heyman shit was I mean, jaw dropping. Like, holy fuck, is this guy not a human being anymore?
I mean, it was, but it also wasn't, right? Like, end of the day, you're not shocked.
Because I stopped roasting Heyman on Twitter because it's not shocking anymore. Like, you know, that's who he is. I unfollowed him. I got over it. That one shocked me. Like, that was another level of like, what the fuck?
But you're not in the weeds anymore. If you were still in the weeds, you'd be like, yep, there's Heyman. But you removed yourself from the weeds, which Jay Glazer now needs to do.
Yeah, no, I was never in the weeds. Heyman just, like, usually he just does word salad and bad reporting.
Yeah.
But now he's, like, crediting someone for the first to cover the passing. Like, that's beyond weird Heyman. That's a whole new level of, like, dude, like, change something about yourself.
But if I told you that a baseball reporter were to do it, I think you would have gotten it on the first guess.
Yeah, or someone like really old, like Gammons, just like out of touch.
Gammons, do you think Gammons would have put that whole thing together?
But Heyman also,
not like
Heyman defended
Heyman
it.
But it's like the second tweet in a thread, which would have said, but like, at least it's not like the only thing you're tweeting right now. He just tweeted as its own tweet, like first report on his passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, the whole thing was just so weird. Subhuman.
Weird world right now.
Subhuman. Not anything good. Browns, Jay Glazer. That's everything. We covered the sports. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. BBD, what fruit are you giving us on our halftime grade?
I'll give this one a clementine. A lot of like small stories that gave you a lot to work with, and I enjoyed it.
Are clementines and cuties the same thing? Is a cutie a brand of clementine? Yeah, right.
I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch of those like little like not quite orange fruits that are technically all different, but they're all the same.
Cuties are actually two varieties of mandarins: clementine mandarins and Murcott mandarins, depending on the season. Interesting. I love those things.
And like, what's a tangerine?
I don't know what a tangerine is, but a mandarin is what the
Like, I Googled tangerine and it looks like a clementine.
Yeah, and then also mandarins are the mandarin versus tangerines versus clementines. Wow, this is huge. It comes up on Google. Tangerines are a specific type of mandarin. They are bright orange color, slightly tougher skins, and their flavor is a little less sweet and more tart. Clementines are the smallest type of mandarin orange. They are easier to peel than tangerines, but not as easy as satsumas. Fuck. So I'm team clementine over tangerine.
Where do you stand on the Satsumas?
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole that I will dive into since we're in halftime. Satsuma is, jeez. I don't know, man.
Crazy. I feel like the other citrus fruits can't even like all this.
There's just too many things going on in this citrus world. There's a Wikipedia article called Citrus Unshiu. It's a citrus and easy peeling citrus species that hosts the mandarin, satsuma, orange, narchi, and tangerine. So
don't let your days go by. Tangerines.
Life goes by under a tangerine sky. The Kings of Leon. It's actually Talahina Sky, though. I changed it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Just improv on the spot. Very quick-brained.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just
6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A projectile pooper pleads guilty for not staying home. Amy Schumer changed her son's name because it sounded like genital. It was Gene Attell. Police remind people to wear pants while checking the mail. And a pregnant woman carjacks a news vehicle with Atlanta reporter still inside.
Read the news today, oh boy.
Got some stories here for you, Jake.
Classic stories, all of them.
Yeah,
Um,
some good stuff. The projectile pooper. What does that mean?
well, projectile vomit is like when you vomit and it goes everywhere. So, I mean,
I know that.
transitive property. I'm saying the poop goes everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, this is a long, oh my God. This is a long article. And at the end, I mean, okay. Can I show you something on the screen here?
Sure.
Look how long this article is. Here we are. Projectile pooper pleads guilty for not staying home, right? And then we got a bunch of paragraphs. The incident. Deering was arrested April 4th after shoplifting from Walmart for the second day in a row. According to the Waynesville Police Department incident reports on April 3rd, Deering took several items out of the store without paying. While she wasn't caught that day, officers were given a photo of her, and she came back to the store the next day and shoplifted again. They were ready to make her arrest. According to the police report, Deering had been apprehended by loss prevention workers within the store. In the arrest report, the loss prevention employee noted that once in the loss prevention office, the female proceeded to defecate on the floor because she could not hold it. Initially, she said her name was Tamika Brown of Pennsylvania. So, classic. Ask the teacher to go to the bathroom. They say no. You say, I'm going to pee my pants. They say, hold it. And then you pee your pants in spite of the teacher situation.
Yeah. Oh, you really want to do this dance?
Yeah.
Hope you like the smell.
She stole $238 worth of items. So, like, I mean, it's just a really long report. She then proceeded to pull the dress she was wearing up, exposed her body underneath, and again started projectile defecating all over the office.
Oh my God, again?
Yeah. She did it twice.
She shit and then shit again?
It seems like it. Wait, hold on. She called an Uber driver to pick her up from the truck stop to take her to Walmart. Yeah. Looks like she shit twice.
I mean, that's...
The officer backed up into the corner of the office to avoid the flying feces and called for backup. Man.
Yeah, I here's the deal. I get being put into a situation where you feel like you have to poop your pants.
Oh, yeah.
If you think you're about to get caught for robbery and there's a way you could get out of it by shitting your pants, I get it. I get it. It's a card you want to play. To go double poop, I mean, that's unheard of.
How do you do it, you know?
Did you pinch it off?
Yeah,
and you saved
okay.
it, knowing that you're gonna go to the well again?
Yeah, I think that's the situation here, Jake. She like had to poop. She squeezes out that first initial one, and then she stops herself and she's like, see, this is what's gonna happen if you don't let me go to the bathroom. I got more locked and loaded. And then they didn't, and she was like, well, time to unleash.
There's also a chance here that this
dam.
loss prevention person is just soft and they were going like per turd almost. Or like per release, if you will. That's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah. What do you got on Amy Schumer and her husband? They named their son Gene Attell. And then the commenters on the internet said, you named your son Genital? Like thinking she was doing it as a joke, you know?
Right.
She's a comedian, and that's kind of in her wheelhouse if she was to do that as a joke.
Right?
And apparently, according to the article, her mom even said, like, did you really name him Gina Tal as a joke? So she changed the name, I think, to Gene David, whatever the last name is. I don't know. I don't know. Are people over her?
I think people are over her a little bit, and I think more so it's kind of what you're saying. Like when everyone around you assumes it's for that you name your kid for a joke. I mean, I think that says something. Especially when the joke isn't a good one.
Yeah, so
I think
she's
part of
saying
it
it
is
wasn't
that
a joke.
They're saying they named him the middle name after Dave Attell because I guess they're friends. So but just name him Dave, which is what they did.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you ever seen the compilations of the joke stealing from her?
I mean, is it Eugene or just Gene?
Just Gene.
Because I mean, there's if it was Eugene,
Well, it might be Eugene, but goes by Gene. I don't know.
that's what I'm saying, and that's where the boundaries of this come into play a little bit. Because it's either way, Schumer sucks on this. Because if you named your kid Eugene Attell and you wanted to call your kid Gene, and you like Dave Attell, then you say no, it's not a fucking joke. I just named my kid that.
Yeah.
But if you named your kid Gene Attell, and it sounds so much like genital that you went through the 9 months of birthing a baby, thinking of names, and you knew this was a situation, and then you're just going to double back?
But it's also like, you better, like, names aren't a joke, you know?
No.
You got to really think, okay, this is the name we like. Okay, how can it be used as ammo against our kid? And you got to go through that. Like, that's a process of naming it, you know? What are the initials? My grandma's initials were B.O. She hated it. Barbara Organs.
Right.
She would have to put her initials on the whiteboard when they divided the class up or something, and she would do B.O., and she got made fun of. Like, my Nana didn't think of that. You got to think of all these things.
Right.
So for her...
ASS is a big one. Yeah.
So to have 9 months and not ponder, hey, they might be calling him genital. Also, first time I've heard of Amy in the news in a long time. So
In a while.
I don't know. Either way, she comes out looking dumb, which is tough, whether it's on purpose or not on purpose. Yeah. Police are reminding people to wear pants while checking the mailbox. And this seems, why? Who cares? Like a quick walk.
I guess there's a risk of indecent exposure, right? Like if you got your giblets hanging out or something.
You can't be nude, but if people are doing it in like boxers.
Yeah, but I mean, boxers, they got that little hole in the front, man. I mean, you have one slip up and you go to pedo like instantly.
So it's in Taney Town, Maryland, and the tweet or the Facebook post says, please remember, let me see if I can put this on screen for people. It says, please remember to put pants on before leaving the house to check your mailbox. You know who you are. This is your final warning. So that is awesome. So you're right, Jake. This isn't for the general public who may go out every now and then in just boxers or just kind of like pajama shorts and check the mail. This is specifically for one dude who's dick hanging in the breeze walking out.
Yeah. Old man Taney is 84 years old and his just balls are out.
I mean, if I click on this Facebook post, are the comments going to out the dude?
Well, the other angle that could be coming in here is that the Taney Town Police Department was bored and they were like, hey, what would be a good viral tweet? And I think they did a decent job. So either way, I'm kind of happy with it.
Yeah. Ooh, a lot of Elmo Glick asked, was he wearing underwear? And Uncle Bob responded, why do you assume it was a he? So good shit. Someone on Facebook said, what about dresses? You know, are we being sexist here? And Facebook remains hilariously awful. And yeah, I kind of lean with you that this is a joke from Tannytown.
Yeah.
Just getting some good, having some fun.
Building up the PR. The police chief.
Because if this was like how they were actually doing their police work, that's bad. And that's not what it is. It's a joke.
Yeah, the police chief's kid is 14 and doing an online school project that's like, social media can do so much for your organization. And so the police chief's kid was like, did you know if you have a good social media? And the police chief was like, yeah, I knew that. Shut up. And then they went to the new guy on the police force and was like, new guy, we need to get our social media up. Go get it.
Go get it. Have at it. Yeah.
And they won. They did great. Here we are talking about the Taney.
You there?
I'm here.
Oh, cut out a second. Yes, I'm not even mad about it. I think it's a joke and not real, but I also appreciate it.
And it's a solid joke. Basic, straightforward.
The next story we have, young Jake, is that a pregnant woman carjacked a news vehicle with the Atlanta Reporter inside. And this also seems like an inside job to me. I mean, talk about an easy day at the office. Trying to report some on-the-field news and your car gets stolen. I mean, that is great. Job done. Camera. Look at the van. Look what this guy pulls out of the van. The camera to record the news. It's all right there. This is some Nightcrawler stuff.
I don't know. For me, this is tough because I like putting myself in other people's shoes. I think that's a trait I do maybe too much, but I like it. And man, one of the last people you want to carjack your car is a pregnant lady.
She got to pee all the time?
No, man. You can't fight with her.
Oh, yeah. You can't punch
She's
her. She's
holding life.
Yeah, it's true. She's got the ultimate hostage. Life. Yeah.
So the pregnant lady wins. I think if you say you were in a carjacking and you're in the car or whatever, your mind immediately starts going movie mode and you're like, okay, how can I get out of here? Pregnant lady, I think I'm just like, well, let's see where we go.
Whoa. So here's the story. The pregnant lady crashed into a security gate. And then she got out of her car and went into the nearest car, which was a news van, jumped in, started driving. The reporter, Iana Hughes, no way I said that name right, was in the back seat in the back seat of the van editing video. So police, she told the female carjacker to stop. And when the carjacker kept driving, Hughes buckled her seatbelt up. Let's buckle up. At this point, police, who were on the scene after responding to the initial wreck, which I guess is what they were covering, then chased the stolen van. The suspect ended up crashing on Peachtree Circle in Ansley Park. Police said she tried to jump out and run, but officers immediately took her into custody. Hughes, who police said is pregnant, wasn't hurt. Oh, wait. The news reporter was pregnant?
I don't think so.
A reporter identified as Iana Hughes was in the back seat. Hughes, who police said is two pregnant women. The carjacker.
Double pregnant.
Wow. So they could have bonded in there over the pregnancies. Maybe she just needed another pregnant woman to talk to. Wow.
Wow. What a plot twist.
Yeah. Both pregnant. They're probably going to name their daughters after each other. Become lifelong friends.
That's probably that'd be a good scene in a TV show or movie. It's either real silly or it's really serious in whatever. Because I'm picturing it like, desperate pregnant woman needs the vehicle, she carjacks it, and she's ready to use her pregnancy as her like weapon or whatever. And she's like, well, guess what? I'm a pregnant woman. And the scared lady in the back is like, so am I.
So am I.
And then she feels awful, and then they have to figure it out together. Yeah.
Yeah, the carjacker is running away from her husband, or her baby dad, who just, someone that doesn't understand the plight of a pregnant woman.
Sure.
And the crazy emotions that come with it. So then the reporter's like, I get it.
Yeah.
I almost did blah, blah, blah yesterday. Let's drive, girl. Let's talk it out.
And then the other side of that, you have to go full. When I say full silly, I'm picturing like Sofia Vergara as the reporter. She's like, I am pregnant too. And it's like,
hey. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we wrote that script. Basically, it's a Modern Family scene.
Whoever wants it.
And they're both pregnant. The girl from Happy Gilmore and Sofia Vergara. I forget her name.
Double pregnancy is good. That just got everyone in here pretty good.
Yeah. Father of the Bride.
Don't see that shtick enough.
Father of the Bride 2, I should say. Double pregnancy.
Deuce.
That's the end of the news. Almost the end of the show. Do you want to do Bet of the Day?
It's the bet of the day. Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
The last bet was, I think you didn't do it. I think we played the music and you didn't do it, which we may be doing again today. Down, 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 down. You got anything? I mean, we can get in on the CPBL, BA.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to look up right now, but I can't find it. If someone can find me odds, otherwise I'm going to be back in my esports. Looks like we got some e-soccer later. God. Plus 180. I mean, I think I've got my bet.
Okay. Hey-o.
So, okay, maybe what we have here is
exciting times.
Actual soccer players playing with their teams, kind of like we have in the NBA, and they're doing FIFA. Huge. I think.
He thinks.
It looks like here I've got Fabio Silva playing as Porto versus Serge Aurier playing as Tottenham Hotspur. And the money's on Porto with Fabio Silva, but I've always been a Tottenham guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think they need to park the bus, play good defense, and then, just get one Wunder strike. And I'm on the Hotspur.
Yeah. I mean you're all over it, Jake, and I don't say that lightly because I'll disagree with you when I need to.
Oh, I know it.
But he's smart.
But I mean, it was Hotspurs from the start.
BBD, I'll text you the names.
Tottenham.
Hotspur.
Yeah, it's going to be a blowout. Everyone use hand sanitizer, wear masks, stay inside, be safe, and we'll see ya. Not tomorrow, I don't think. Maybe. We'll figure it out.
Maybe.
There's a non-zero chance.
Definitely not a 0 chance of a show tomorrow, but a maybe. There will be on this YouTube channel. There will be an episode of Watching Guts. Nickelodeon's Guts tomorrow. So subscribe to the channel and then tell all your friends to subscribe because there's not enough subscribers on this channel. So we appreciate it.
And tell your parents to subscribe and send their best back remedies.
Yes, back remedies are needed. Goodbye.